So I'm trying to understand like who is your target customer here? Like, I mean, I come from a completely different world. So when someone says to me CMS, I'm thinking about WordPress and Webflow and all of these kinds of things. And to know that not only is there an opportunity or a market out there for a product like Content Stack, but actually it's a really big opportunity, right? So who are these customers like who was your ideal customer like when you shifted to the product focus back then? Maybe that's the same target customer today, maybe it isn't. But like what were the types of companies that you were going after?
Yeah, I'd say in the earlier days, because the term headless CMS or even just the idea of APIs were so new. If you think about like when people talk about building software now, they talk about monolithic versus API or microservices based, and we've always been in the microservices based camp. So 2 or 3 years ago, it was only really early adopters or people that had a vision for microservices being the better way that were engaging with us. Today, we're kind of in what I consider the early mainstream of brands deciding that microservices or composable or API first, there's a lot of terms for it, is the way to build software, right? And so we went from finding like the change makers in organizations to now what is typically a regular part of any content management system evaluation at any large business. And when I think about large businesses, I'm thinking Fortune 1000 businesses or businesses that have digital as a core part of their strategy or infrastructure. And then inside those organizations, it's typically someone who's leading digital, that has sort of the digital side of marketing as part of their charter, or even the head of IT or in the CIO world. And often, and most times, it's someone on both the business side and the technical side, because they have to come together to figure out how they're going to not only build something really awesome, but do it in a way that's going to have an impact on the bottom line of the business. And so we typically are selling into multiple parts of an organization in a deal.